Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Colin Sambai, and this is the Arena Show. Remember, each and every time that we come live to you, we are bringing you very interesting, bold, and unfiltered conversations from our politicians, newsmakers, and key figures shaping the region. Last week, we hosted the Member of Parliament for Tinderet constituency, Honorable Julius Meli, ama niseme Mwalimu Meli, ambaye aliweza kutuambia a number of projects about the things that he has done for the people of Tinderet and the projects that he is still working on. Remember, he is now serving his third term as a member of parliament for Tinderet constituency. He also declared his aspiration to be the governor comes 2027. So if you didn't watch that episode, kindly enda pale YouTube, utafute North Rift News ama The Arena Show, na utaweza kuona the full episode with Honorable Julius Meli. And today, we have another Iron Lady in the building. This is none other than the Member of Parliament for Moiben constituency, Honorable Professor Phylis Bartoo. Karibu sana kwenye show mheshimiwa.
Thank you very much.
Nimepata kwanza ni Honorable Professor, right? Ama gani inakuja mwanzo?
Honorable.
Honorable. Okay.
But Professor came earlier.
Professor came earlier.
I don't know why it is the other way, because it should be Professor or but it's still all the same anyway.
Honorable Professor Phylis Bartoo. Umepotelea wapi mheshimiwa? Right. So let's start with the with our show. Mheshimiwa, umekuwa mwalimu ama niseme you have been a lecturer and an administrator for over 20 years, right?
Yes.
What motivated you to join politics?
Okay. I had been teaching for 20 years, and I have risen through the ranks of academia to the level of a professor. And I felt that at that space of academia, and even having reached at the apex of being being in the academic, I was still a consumer of laws and policies done elsewhere, and yet we were major players in the field of academic. So I felt that it was important for me to vie for a position of parliament, so that I become part and parcel of those who make the laws and those who decide on the policies that affect education, because I felt there is so much which I will contribute in parliament as an academic on issues which touch on academic. I wanted to have I wanted the academic field to be represented in the law making process.
Okay.
Yeah, at that table of decision making.
Was 2022 your first time joining politics?
Yeah.
Ama umejaribu hapo awali?
No, that was my first time. In fact, I resigned from the university in April 2022, and I got elected in the same year, August 2022. So it was actually my first attempt. But a political life, I started way before when I was in the academia.
Okay.
I served in an administrative position as a head of department, and then eventually I vied for deanship. You know, deanship in universities, like our like the case of Egerton University, where I was working, is elective. So I vied for deanship, and I got elected overwhelmingly, and I was re-elected for a second term. So by the time I was going to join politics, I already had a feel of how it feels to contest for a seat, even though the deanship is just for scholars.
Okay, now tuliona pale 2022 uliweza kunyorosha wanaume ambao walikuwa wamejitokeza pale kuwania kiti ya MP ya Moiben. Ulimanage aje kuconvince voters of kupigia kura now that were you the only woman in the race?
No, we were two ladies.
Yes.
But we were a total of 12. Was it 12 or 12? Yeah. 2 ladies and 10 men. So at the level of a professor, you are no longer, you are equal to task. You are equal to all the men. And that's why I decided I was not going to contest for position of women rep, because I felt it was not fair to go and dethrone another woman. Yet I have the capacity to square it with the men. So I thought I was good to go.
Ukaona square out na wanaume.
Because
And you managed to become
I didn't want,
victorious.
at my level, I am equal to task.
Okay.
But other than going to dethrone another woman, so it would be a win-win, because we'll have a position of power as a member of parliament, and then the automatically only one, the county one, because the county women rep is a woman position, and so I wanted to add another
challenging position.
Another female position for women. It was a win-win for women, because I also feel that the only way for us to fight for the third gender rule is for building ourselves as women. We secure those positions which already women, which are automatically for us, and when we also go and square out in the other positions which are open for everyone, so that we can have so many women representatives representing all positions of power.
Are there any challenges you have faced so far as a woman in a male-dominated area?
Of course, yes. Basically, politics is a very expensive affair.
Yes.
And it is not easy for always women to have the enough resources, given that being a Kalenjin is basically a patriarchal society where property is inherently a male domain. And most positions of higher positions of where there is good pay, it is very few women are able to secure those positions. So you will find that not so many women have the resources to actually venture into politics. For you, by the time you are accumulating enough and also playing other societal roles as a mother, as a wife, until you have enough money even to be to venture into politics, it is not an easy thing for women. It's a very tough choice for women, and also stereotypes which come when you put yourself out there as a female politician. So many things are said. For women, it's not easy. You have to have a thick skin for you to survive.
Okay.
But for me, after I had prepared myself.
So you had any ilianzia pale shule?
Yeah, it started at school, and I mean, at my level as a professor, what haven't I seen? What haven't I? What hasn't? Whatever is said is either true or false. So I'm not. I can't. Whatever can. There's nothing which can be said which can shake me, because I know myself. Whatever is said can either be true or false, and you cannot feel bad for something which is true. You cannot feel bad also for something which is false. You know yourself. You keep. You know your lane. So whatever is said, you know your lane. You know your space. So I mean, basically, you are up to task all the time.
Unajua wanasemanga mostly politics is not all about academics. We always most people always believe you have also to be street smart for you to conquer in the political world ama the political space. Sasa sijui wewe, how did you manage? Kwa sababu pale the people you have been handling ama your voters, for example, most of the people are not that educated. We have a good number of people who are not educated, and maybe jinsi mliweza kuingiana na wale ambao hawajaenda shule, now that you are a professor, na kuna mtu ambaye ulikuwa unafaa kumconvince akupigie kura na yeye mwenyewe hajaenda shule.
You know, at the level of a professor, you are not just teaching, you are also a researcher. And when you are doing research, you collect data from all cadre of people. You collect data from people who have gone to school. You collect data from people who have not gone to school. You collect data from all variables of society, all representatives. And in every research, you must get a representative sample. So you deal with all levels of society at that level. So for me, it was not difficult because I have all the strategies to deal with the population.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can deal with all the characteristics of a population, whether you are educated, not educated, female, male, all the variables apply. So it wasn't a very big problem. And that is what we have been doing. You know, we do a lot of research in the university. We do a lot of supervision. We go to the field to collect data with communities. Sometimes if you are doing a program which is which requires you to be a participant observer in the community, sometimes you are forced to go to that community and live with them, be like them, so that you are able to study. So it wasn't a problem for me.
Okay.
I had mapped the space very, very well, and I had captured all the characteristics, and I had did an analysis and for what fits where.
Ukafanya ukarabati kidogo.
Kufanya ukarabati. I studied the space as it is.
Okay. You have also been leading the Wezesha Jamii Inua Mama and the FGM, and also the fight championing gender-based violence. What are some of the achievements that you have achieved so far?
We have been able to transfer Kenya and spoken to all the communities. And we've been able to visit communities where FGM is very prevalent, like in Kisii, like in Turkana, like in Pokot, like in Northeastern. And we have been able to speak to women, we have been able to speak to girls, we have been able to speak to the men on the demerits of FGM. And now it is not a good practice. It is an outdated practice, but the communities have embraced. And you know, we go in big numbers as women leaders, and from all over Kenya. So we go and show them that we are united in fighting that outdated practice, and we have been able to convert so many people, and people are appreciating. The issue of gender-based violence has become a new and very serious phenomenon which is happening especially in Kenya. You will find that girls are getting killed in hotels. People are fighting at home. You know, it's what we discovered is that one of the very serious causes is mental illness. And we think that mental illness should be considered as a national disaster. And resources should be set aside, and people should be sensitized and treated, so that we have a we get wellness programs, so that people are sensitized. Because if we don't do that, it is going to be a very serious issue going forward. You know, it has become very rampant, and it is not just a regional thing, it is a national problem. It affects all communities. So the government should be the government should look into it very seriously, not just creating awareness. We should be creating an awareness, and also treatment and preventive treatment. Put necessary resources, even budget for it. And I want to thank the government because some time back it gave some support to women to go and do the sensitization in their political spaces. But I think that's a good step in the right direction. However, that is not enough. it should put more energy, because that is a serious problem now. That's why I'm calling it a national disaster. Just almost like even COVID, it's just like those problems, the societal problems which we have been facing. Every season comes with its own challenge. And I think this one is now happening now. And it cuts across young people to even the old generation. And it is not, people, when people talk about, sometimes people imagine that gender-based violence is only women. It cuts across men and women. In fact, we went to Busia and we were asking the population there, do you fight? So they said, yeah, we have cases where women fight with men. We have cases where men fight the women. So it's, and even the children were saying, yes, even our parents fight us. So it's a family. It has become a family struggle.
But so when it comes to a woman, for example, sasa mtu kama mimi nikipigwa na bibi kwa nyumba, people will see it as a joke. They will not understand that it can happen to also men, because it is a menace that it should be handled considering both genders.
No, we have had cases where actually men are victims. It's only that in some communities it is a weakness to show. It's a weakness because it's not supposed to be that way. It is men who are supposed to show to might and strength. But it happens. There are men who are suffering and they cannot talk about it, especially because of culture. Some cultures don't associate it looks like, it takes it like you are a weakling. So instead of coming out to talk about it, most men have decided to keep it to themselves. And as a result, that can end up mentally affecting someone. That is also one of the factors which bring about mental illness, because you are fighting it inside and you are not bringing it out, so it becomes a problem, it creates a storm in your body, and eventually it becomes a very serious problem. So gender-based violence is a two-way traffic. It's not just women, it's just two-way. And there is so much, it has also come out so much in the limelight. Unlike in the past, in the past it used to happen and people used to look at it as a cultural thing. I can imagine, like in my community where I was brought and bred, domestic violence was a very normal thing. Our parents used to fight. It was like a world war. Every day, people, every home, every evening, there are people screaming in different parts. It used to happen. I can remember even in my own family, my mom and my dad used to fight so much that sometimes when you go back to school and someone comes to look, when you are called by the teacher to go to the office, you immediately you would think maybe one has been killed, so you think maybe something bad has happened at home, because that used to be the order of the day. And it was not just my own home, it was everywhere. So some of us used to think it is a norm. It's only that we grew up and realized it was an injustice.
True. Wacha tuongelee kwa mambo ya, you're also a member of the Parliamentary Education Committee. What reforms are you pushing for as far as education is concerned?
There are so many reforms which are at different stages at this time in the education sector. First, because we have a presidential working party on education reforms, which looks at the education system in its entirety. Remember, we are transiting from 844 to the CBE. The CBC was the curriculum. Yes. Now we are at CBE, the competence-based education, and so many transformations are going on. We now have the JSS students, the first JSS students going to transit next year to junior school. to senior school, sorry. And we have also pushed for the employment of sufficient number of teachers so that we can have the student teacher ratio is met. And the government has really put in place resources to an extent that we have managed to employ 74,000 number of teachers, and we are going to do another one this year. Already the advertisements, the recruitment process has already begun. That was part of the push from the Committee of Education. We have also relooked at the welfare of teachers, and over time we have pushed for promotion of our teachers, because most of them had gotten stuck in one grade for a long time. You would even find that some had stagnated until they retired before they moved. So we ironed out such injustices which existed. We also relooked at a teacher working on an acting capacity in an administrative position. So we also looked at such policies. We did such policies which enables one to serve in an acting capacity, but also with some compensation, so that if you are given to act, like if you are given to act as a principal in a school, we say that you must be qualified, and for the days you are acting, you must be remunerated, so that you don't just give service for free. We also, so we have done so much. We are also looking at the technical education, because we want to create a nation which is self-employing itself. We don't want our young people to just be graduating and they don't go anywhere. We want to train also skills. We want to create skilled labor. And that's why we are putting a lot of resources in technical education, so much to an extent that we want to put up a technical institution in every constituency. The 290 constituencies, every constituency must have a technical college. And we are also working on establishing a commission equivalent to Teacher Service Commission, but this one is for the technical training colleges, so that they also have their own mainstream way of recruiting the staff to teach in technical institutions. We have also relooked at the higher education loans board, and now it was paying funding the education in our higher institutions of learning. And we have relooked at the fees, and that's why the other day you saw that the president revised this fees downwards. So we have created a better funding model, so that every student is capable of accessing those funds. We have loans and we have bursaries, and we have also onboarded students in the Kenya medical training, and we are looking to onboarding also students in the teachers training colleges, and we have already done for the technical colleges, so that everybody who is going to school is able to access fees, so that no child is left out or left out from accessing higher education because they are not capable, or their parents are unable, or they are orphans. So that there'll be money for everyone, unless you don't want to go to school. If you choose the technical, you can access the loans. You go to medical college, you go to university, so there'll be something for everyone. We have also looked at the institutions which deal with curriculum, like AICD. We have also looked at the Kenya National Examination Council, NEC. We want to resource them well and empower them, so that the quality of education at all levels is up to date, is okay, because a nation is judged by its education system, and we wouldn't wish to have our students being rejected outside Kenya because we compromised on our quality of education. A case in point is that when I was in South Africa, I went to do my PhD in South Africa, and while we were there, we used to have, the universities used to take up students from all over the world. And a case in point was Nigeria. They used to look down upon the education system in Nigeria. So their students used to be subjected to some re-examination before they are allowed to join the mainstream universities in South Africa. It is because they felt that the system of education is inadequate for them to go straight to the university. So that is what we don't want to subject our Kenyan students to. We want them to come out of our institutions well equipped to fit in every other institution of higher learning everywhere in the world.
We have also seen cases where there are teachers, qualified teachers, who are over 40 years and they have not been employed. I don't know what you are as a committee, what you are doing as a committee.
We are working with the Teachers Service Commission to have an affirmative action to mop up all the teachers who have stayed for a long time in the field. And in fact, if you look at the promotion criteria which is being used at the moment, it is really favoring those teachers who have been out for a long time, to an extent that anybody who has the chronological age is high, if you are older, automatically you get a better mark for status in the promotion process. And initially the public service used to the Public Service and the TSA Act used to employ, used to lock out teachers after 45. You would not qualify to be employed as a teacher. But basically what we did, we created a policy whereby you are eligible for employment even up to 60 years. Even it's only that you will not benefit. But if you are 60 and there's an advertisement, you are equally considered like anybody else. So we have also opened that space so that those teachers who are 45 up to 50, even up to 60, even up to 60, even if up to 59, if you have 1 year to retire, you can be given an opportunity to work. But of course, at 59, if you have been out for 59 years, it will disadvantage you, because people go for employment possibly to benefit from apart from the remuneration you get monthly, you would also want to have a good pension.
Yes, true.
So at 59, basically, it's not a good time. But we have put in place measures whereby all the ones who are outside and they have been out for a long time, they are aged, are given priority at the expense of the younger generation.
Sawa mheshimiwa, tukiendelea, I want to tell our viewers we are having this session, and we will have about 30 minutes ya kujibu zile maswali ambazo mtakuwa mmeuliza. So if you have a question, kindly type hapo chini na tutakuwa tunaweza kuuliza mheshimiwa in a few. Thank you so much for tuning in. Moving on to the constituency development now, mheshimiwa. Umesifika sana kwa utumizi wa mambo ya CDF na pia equal distribution of bursaries. Can you tell us a few projects that have been funded by the NGCDF that have changed the lives of the people in Moibeni?
Basically, we have done a lot in school infrastructure. We have made sure that the resources are transforming our schools. We are renovating the old structures. Some schools were very old, but we have not completed the circle. We still have those ones which we are budgeting. We budget every year. So I always tell my constituents that if it has not gotten to your space, don't worry, because it will definitely get to you. We have mapped out the entire constituency, and we have told our constituents to bring us their wish list, but in order of priority, so that as we move on every space, we pick what they want as priority. So we have been able to renovate our schools and put terrazzo, or sometimes tile them where the community feel that tiling is good for them. We have been able to put desks equip the classrooms to good standards. And we have also been able to do chief's offices. Administration is also good. It's also important because that's where we all take our issues. We have put up chief's offices in almost some of the locations and sub-locations. Where land is not there, we have also purchased land and built. And we are doing that continuously. Every year, whatever we get for CDF, we take it, we do public participation where the people decide, what do I want the money to do for me? And also we do bursaries. NGCDF also allows us to do bursaries. And whenever we have the money, we take it to the population. And they are the ones who develop the criteria through the guidance, the guidance from the rules of NGCDF, where you give priority to an orphan, you give priority to a widow, you give priority to people living with disability, and the remaining now the community can decide who is needier based on the remaining people. So we have always devolved our NGCDF resources to the people. We have developed them to the bottom up. We have used the bottom up economic model where you take the money and the people decide what to do with the money. So at the end of the day, whatever you are doing, it is people driven. It is what they had requested, as opposed to us deciding for them. We give them priorities. We empower them to make decisions on what do they want to do with the bursary.
So you always do public participation?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did public participation, and then we agreed with them in order of priority. What is prioritized, and then of course we normally set aside some funds for emergency. There are emergencies which arise in the process, so we always make sure that we have some kitty. Sometimes the schools will come and like, because of the rains, the toilets collapsed, or the washrooms, or this population has grown and they need more. So we always have some contingency plan, and that's why we keep some emergency fund. So it is the reason why we are ranked well in as much as NGCDF is concerned. It's because we make it people driven, and we make sure we monitor and we give feedback, and we do a lot of oversight on who does, and we always make sure that the people who are awarded the tenders are people who have credibility and people who have the capacity to do the projects, as opposed to those people who just want to run around and take up projects and they don't have the capacity.
Okay, you have also been prioritized Mambona electricity in your constituency. So what is the progress so far in terms of connecting homes and businesses?
The problem with Moibin constituency, we are privileged to be having large chunks of land. So in that case, electrification becomes very expensive, because for you to move from one parcel of land, like 100 acres or sometimes 20 acres or 50 acres, to get to another customer becomes very expensive. The materials become very expensive. So we have encouraged our people to allow the poles to be crossed, to cross their pieces of land, other than going around the public roads. So in that case, we have moved from 30%, which it was when I took over, and we are somewhere at almost 60. At the moment, like what is happening now, we have 24 schemes which are active, which are going on. And we have made plans with the government so that we are going to push. We are pushing so much, and I am very confident that within the next 3 years, there will be no one in Moibin who doesn't have electricity. We have schemes for everywhere. Or even in the next 3, it's only that the services are slow, the materials are sourced from far. So even like now, we have 24 active contractors on site, but most of them are queuing in Kisumu to get the poles. Some of them are queuing in different spaces, in different stores for
Resource
materials to go and electrify. But we are pushing them, and we are also budgeting. We are pushing and budgeting, and the government has been gracious, and it has given priority to those regions which had really been neglected in terms of electricity. And I'm glad that Moibin was one of those which were picked, to an extent that even we had been privileged within the last 2 months. We have had the PS Energy coming to commission a project. We have had a cabinet secretary, Pio Wandai, coming, and he came to commission some projects, and he even brought more schemes. So we are really we are really doing well, and we are on the right direction. What I would only wish to encourage my people is that don't feel bad if you see your neighbor being electrified, being given power, because your time will come. It is because these resources are come in small quantities, but we will purpose to push that everyone gets electricity. And in fact, the places when I came into power, the places who had been making a lot of noise that they had been elected, it became a reality, because a case of PAG Kaptuktuk was a place when I had gone to ask for votes. They were like, if we elect you, you must connect us with power. And indeed, as we are speaking now, that is past tense. That's already done. The place
is electrified.
It's a done deal.
Okay.
And many other places, like even in Kimumu, within Eldoret City, they had been almost among the only people in town who didn't have electricity. And right now, as we are speaking, the electrification is ongoing. And many places, even a place in Moiben like Chemweno Chebor, they had even nicknamed themselves to Kambi Giza, to Punjab, to Kambi Bibi. You know, they were renaming their spaces, giving them bad names. But now, at the moment, electrification is going on. Places like Aptik, Shambatumbo, Sugur, many places, there is electricity going on. So there will be electricity for everyone. It is just a matter of time. What I would only encourage our people is to be patient and give me the opportunity to serve, because I am a daughter of the soil, and I know where the shoe pinches, and I'm going to push for all the resources that they require. I'm going to push for all that appertains to Moiben constituency, because I have the capacity, and I am determined, because that is what I was elected to do.
Okay, you also started an initiative called Bonga na Bartoo. What has the initiative achieved so far? And what is its impact on the people?
It did not start just the other day. I started with the Bartoo public balasas, where I was going around meeting the people, listen to them, talk to them. We have a dialogue. And in those barasas, I was also doing an analysis, and what I discovered is that in those barasas, the conversations are normally skewed, or opportunities to air your views is skewed or it's male dominated, because basically it is a patriarchal society. And you would find that after all the speeches have been done, they would be like, mama moja aseme kitu, kijana moja. So that is it's not enough. So after doing that round, I started now dealing with women. So for the women, I started having barasas with women only, women only. And in that case, I was giving them some empowerment, like some economic activities to go and do. Like I gave them sheep per village, and then they were supposed to multiply and distribute to each other. So now, after I was done with that, I felt that I did not have I did not understand the youth. I didn't have so much, apart from talking about employment and connections. I didn't have enough information about them. So that's why I started the Bongana Bartoo initiative, and it was basically for the youth. And when we met, I was able to we were able to have a conversation. And most of the issues the young people have is to do with employment. Basically, it is about employment. And then, so we had a conversation that the jobs which are available are very scarce, and the population of the young people is big. So we agreed that, so if the jobs are scarce and the population is big, and if we have to wait for these jobs, because even if they are to employ policemen, maybe they can be as many as 20 in a constituency, or even 10, or even 5. So what happens to the rest of us? So we had a candid conversation until we agreed that we can have groups and empower ourselves as we wait for opportunities to be employed. So we categorized our youth into different cadres. It was about what is it that you would do if you were to be empowered. What is it that you want to do? So most of them, so we had categories. We had those young people who say they want to do coffee. So we enlisted them, and tomorrow, that's Monday, we'll be delivering the coffee for those who had listed themselves that they wanted to do coffee. And I also encourage the parents that for those young people who have decided to venture into that, they should give them space. They should give them some land, especially those who don't have. I mean, the parents should allow them, should empower them, and give them the space of land to do. There are those who told me that they wanted to do catering. They say they are trained chefs and they can come together, and they only need equipment. There are those who told me they wanted lawnmowers. They have the ideas. They are very rich in the ideas, and I realized that it is just holding their hands to a safe space, and they'll be good to go. So at the end of the day, we have done 2 wards, and we still have 3. And I realized that at the end of the day, we will be having very busy young people. They'll not be. If we go that way and we mean business, and we become faithful to the decisions we made, in the next 5 years, we might not be having young people in Moiben who are idle. They'll be very busy, because if truly we are going to pursue the agenda and the objectives we agreed on, and take up those empowerment initiatives seriously, and work on them, I think we will go very far. I also managed to get those who have interest to go and study abroad, and I linked them to the agents, to the different agents. And I also, so we are creating WhatsApp with the youths who are interested, and we are also onboarding the agent, and I'm onboarding myself as well, so that we are part of that WhatsApp group, so that whatever the conversations they're having with the agents, I'm also part of the team, so that nobody takes advantage of everyone, so that every decision is made in uniformity. Yeah. And I will also midwife the process until they are at a safer distance. So we got those ones who are in we got those ones who support people to go to America. So those ones, you pay a small fee. They said $1,100, and they scout for some scholarships for you. And once you get there, you can work as well as paying for your upkeep and refund. And then we also got those ones who go to these Arabic countries, those ones who are specifically looking for skilled labor. And we created those groups, and we are hoping that with time we will have to start seeing results. And the reason why I brought the specific agents, it's because I've seen them succeed. They have been successful in taking people abroad. We also have the Australian perspective. So we are also working on them. Those ones, the Australian is a bit complex because you need a bank statement and you must pay the fees, but they are subsidized. So we have also negotiated with universities in Australia. So those who are also interested can be onboarded. So we want to fix everyone somewhere, and we also negotiate for opportunities whenever we have a chance. Sometimes when they advertise, we tell them to apply. We sensitize them. They make applications. Sometimes we go and push for them, and some have become successful, especially if they have the necessary qualifications. So this Bonga na Mama is becoming fruitful, and we can watch this space.
That is a good job. You also started a program to provide uniforms to the village elders and also work with them closely. How was that promoted governance in the community?
It has really created some space, some happiness among the village elders, because it was an initiative which was very original. Because when they go to parliament, there is no other member of parliament who has done uniforms for village elders and took them to parliament. Why I did that is because the village elders are, I can say, a unit of analysis for government. For every government initiative, the first point person is the village elder. And they are also the people who advertise government initiatives, like they are notice boards for government. They are the people who deal with security in our communities. They deal with all issues appertaining society. But as much as they are doing that, there is nothing for them. There is no remuneration because they are not enshrined in the Ngao Act. So I felt, for me to support them or to motivate them, I needed to do something. I mean, I can't pay salary for them, but I can do something to make them at least happy, to add some life in that process. So I did them uniform, and uniform is not just a piece of cloth. That uniform is for identity, for them to be identified as government support. So we agreed with the color, and we say that for every ward should have its own color theme. So some chose green, some chose beige, some chose navy blue. So for identity, so that even when they go for a function, you can identify that this one comes from Moiben, this is from Karona Meibeki, this one comes from Kimumu, this one comes from Tembelio, just as a way of appreciating, not necessarily for any strings attached, but for appreciating the work they are doing as they await the remuneration which we are preparing in Parliament. We want to entrench the Ngao Act. We want to amend the Ngao Act so that it captures the village elders and becomes constitutional, so that they can benefit from government resources. So once they have been identified, so that was basically a way of making them empowering them, motivating them, and even taking them to Parliament. Some of them had not even gone beyond Eldoret town. There are those who schooled in the village. They didn't manage to go to any high school, so they've just been in that village. It was a privilege for them to go to Nairobi, go to access the expressway, some go to the airport, just going to KICC, just having a feel. And I felt so nice that they came to Parliament and they was able to speak their language. They were able to speak Kalenjin in Bunge. You know, it feels so nice to be able to transfer your culture to a space, a national space, and make a mark in a space which is in a space of power. I also felt that it was a nice thing.
Okay.
I like making people happy. That's what I do. I know a smile adds more value to somebody's life, and that's what I did exactly.
So,
and when we came back, I'm organizing to give them some small tokens once in a while, like soap to wash the uniform as we go. And the next move now, I want to go, apart from dealing with the young people and the village elders, I want to go to the aged population.
Okay.
Those ones of 75 plus. I'm also organizing a forum for that, just to tap some wisdom. You know, they are our aged society, and they are very wise, and I don't want that knowledge to just go like that. I want to tap it, and I'm going to organize for forums to meet them in their spaces, so that we can have a conversation. You know, our culture is passed by word of mouth. It's not written down. The one which is transmitted through verbally is more rich than the one which is written. So that one, I want to call them, have a conversation continuously. But for those ones, I have to personally go to the nearest places possible, because, you know, with that age and traveling, it can be problematic. So I want to go to their space and benefit from the rich wisdom, and that is very important as a leader.
It is very important. Hapo kwa village elders, hata nikurudisha tu kidogo hapo kwa village elders. Umesema utawapea a small token. There was a motion that was being championed by among the members of parliament was Timothy, member of parliament for Marakwet West, ya kuhakikisha watakuwa wanapata kitu kwa mwezi. Sijui imefikia wapi hiyo motion.
Yeah, it was Timothy Kipchumba and the late Malulu Njendi. It is at the committee stage. So, you know, at the committee stage, it is the members of the committee to scrutinize and bring the report to parliament. And when the parliament now passes, it goes to the president to be ascended to a bill. And that is, they'll be good to go. They'll be able to take something home. You know, at that age, village elders, you know, play a very important role. And when they don't have anything to show, even respect will not be there, because respect is earned.
Moral nation. Sawa. Okay, moving on. There has been a controversy between in the Moiben Level 4 hospital, where a contractor was awarded, the judge ruled the contractor to be awarded 1 billion shillings. And we saw ulijitokeza ukakataa hiyo maneno, ukasema in fact what you said was the contractor should even pay the people instead of being paid. Let's to explain here what really happened.
You see, the level 4 hospital is supposed to be constructed actually in Moiben, and the community, the members of Moiben community have set aside land sufficient enough to build that level 4 and space for everything, including parking, including all the facilities. Unfortunately, when the tender was awarded, the contractor was able to assemble the material, and not just enough material, just some bits and pieces of stones here and there, and dug some holes there and there, and put some chumas there, and disappeared. And he has been playing cat and mouse. I don't know what transpired. And now I think he went to court for breach of contract. I don't know how. And now the court decided to award this contractor 1 billion. I mean, that is abnormality. That's absurd.
Who was supposed to pay him now 1 billion?
He's supposed to be paid by the county government.
Okay.
So it is as good as this guy coming to sell, you know, for him to get that 1 billion, basically he has to sell the entire land. And the entire Moiben municipality is like almost 500 acres. If you sell it, for you to get to 1 billion, it means you have to surrender the entire space so that this contractor, this very greedy contractor, can take the money. So that is how we were able to go to the site after that court order. And I felt that it was absurdity, because how can a judge sit down in his right mind, in his right mind, and make such an award? I was wondering whether he had the privilege of going to the space, because I don't think, as a learned judge, you can just sit and make rulings based on just hearsay or based on fictitious claims, other than going to the space and making your ruling based on the facts on the ground. And that's why we were up in arms. But unfortunately, the same contractor decided to serve me a notice of that I should be sued, or I should pay him damages of 100 million. So I'm like, and where does this guy come from? This is being very silly. Who does he think he is? This is Kenya. Kwani there are places where you just go and take 1 billion here, then you just wait for another person to make an assertion, and you go and claim 100. I mean, that's immorality, and I thought that one should be jailed. He doesn't even deserve to be given any government contract or any other contract whatsoever, because that is an extortionist. Yeah, that one is an extortionist. Briefcase extortionists. You just go, you look for defamation so that you can rush to court to be awarded. And I don't think we should entertain such contractors. And it is a very painful thing. And it is very painful for the people of Moiben. It is an injustice which has ruined. We don't even have the nearest hospital, which is equivalent to that, is the Moi Teaching and Referral. And you can imagine someone from Moiben who lives in the extreme end of Moiben, Meibeke, Kitiangong, on that far end, for them to access quality medical services. They either have to go all the way to Trans Nzoia, or they go all the way to Elgeyo Marakwet, or they come all the way to Eldoret, which is expensive. It is far. It is it is very sad that I wish the courts would be able to do the next to fast track the case, so that we can have a credible contractor going to site and starting up the level 4 hospital. And I'm going to push it until it's done. And those people who misappropriated the funds must be brought to book.
Did he sue you? Ama it was just threat?
He served me online. I saw it on my WhatsApp. He has never come back. So I've been waiting for the police to come and arrest me. They have not come. So I'm wondering whether it was a fake order. I'm starting to doubt the credibility of this person, because you say something, the next thing you receive an order barring you from speaking. I mean, I was like, I would really wish to see this person, to see this guy in person, to see what kind of person he is. He's like a cyber criminal. These people who are just waiting for something to be said, and then they type and then they send you.
Okay, so you have never met him. Okay. What other projects have you done for the people of Moiben constituency, apart from what you have talked about?
There are quite a number of projects. We have put up so many schools. We have new schools. We have started Emsili Secondary. We have started Endao Secondary. We have started Moiben Day Secondary. We are building up a big complex of Uduma Kam ACC office in Ainaptich. We are putting up a chief's office. We are putting up so many projects. We are doing electricity. We are buying a bus for some school. Teburbur Secondary is going to get a bus this year. We have done dams. We have Chepchopi Dam. We have Chepkosom Dam. We have Sukutek Dam. We are about to do Corona Dam. We are about to do Arbabuch Dam. We have quite a number of projects. We have 24 schemes in electricity which are going on. We have, I mean, the list is
endless.
Okay. We are doing so many. There are different stages. It's only that the resources are scarce. Otherwise, we would be rolling out everything at the same time. We are doing a market in, we are doing a market in Moiben Junction. It is at the tender. We are about to tender it. We are converting Timbelio Secondary School to a teachers training college. So this year we'll have a college. We are just waiting for Kimoning to convert, to give us the title. We have already set aside funds to start a Kenya Medical Training College in Kimoning. And we are also doing a tarmac from Kablogoi to Birika Road. We are also doing another new tarmac from Mafuta, Cabernes to Sachfo, all the way, which will join the Moiben Road. We are going to do the Tachasis Karandili tarmac. It is at the preparational stage. We are doing quite a number of projects, and there are others which we are designing. Like we want to design the Ngoisa Garage Road. We are improving it, but we are hoping that it is going to be budgeted for low volume bitumen. We are doing the Bandaptai tarmacking, the one in Eldoret, the one between the one along Barngetun, behind Barngetun Plaza. It is on board. It's almost getting completed. And so many, and so on and so on. I can say and say and say.
Sawa sawa mheshimiwa, acha tuchukue maswali kadhaa from our viewers, and to the people who are watching us, I'm encouraging you, kama uko na swali unataka kuuliza mheshimiwa, we'll be taking them from Facebook, YouTube and also Twitter. So the first question, kuna mtu amesema, I'm following live from Kambi. You are doing credible job in Moiben. God bless you kiongozi. That is a compliment. Kuna mwingine anaitwa Judy Chebet. Great interview. You'll ask mheshimiwa to consider the Lelaibei electricity scheme that was proposed last year in 2024. Some households here within are still in darkness. Otherwise, kokadi yake iko sawa. So Lelaibei electricity scheme.
Lelaibei it's only that the materials are delaying. It's part of those ones where the materials are delaying. But Lelaibei, there is a scheme which is continuing. What I would encourage people is that whenever we have mapped a place, allow us to complete, to map, to allow the people doing the electrification to do it until completion, so that whatever materials remain, we capture the ones which are remaining, and whoever is left out again, we redesign new customers. So let's not. So for Lelaibei, it is in fact for Lelaibei there are 3 schemes. So it is one of those projects which waiting, which the materials is a problem. Otherwise, the contractors are already, once a project has a contractor, that is good. It's like good to go.
As good as it is going to be done. Okay, kuna mwingine anaitwa, I think this is an academy, Kimumu Youngsters Academy. Kiongozi, sisi kama Kimumu Academy tunaomba 2 balls and 1 dozen of uniform branded your name.
Hiyo nimechukua data.
Okay, acha tuchukue another. Jesang Sara. Okay, anauliza leadership. Anasema Honorable Bartoo is indeed a walking leader, especially as a woman. Through her leadership, we have seen major infrastructure done in our school. Mwaso opening 3 secondary schools in Moiben. Umefungua secondary schools in Moiben?
Yeah, we have. That's what I was listing. We have new MCLE secondary school. We have new secondary school in Endau, the extreme part of Moiben, and we have Moiben Township Secondary School. We want education to be accessible to everyone.
Okay.
And we want to push for STEM schools so that we major on the STEM other than the social, because that is where the world is.
Kuna mwingine anaitwa Nzio Anthony. Anauliza, nasema, I have attended several public participation and asked about USUA concerning electrification, but nothing has been done yet.
Yeah, that's what I said. Every place has been captured. When you see it going on elsewhere, like now, it's going to be done in So you at the same time. But we have to do it incrementally. But I can assure you that it will surely be done.
Okay. Edwin Kipkoech Biwat anauliza, following from Moiben, say hi to Mheshimiwa. Employment rate is on top notch in her tenure. Development on top notch. Aendelee hivyo hivyo. Professor 2 term. Okay. So you should be allowed to do 2 term as a professor.
It's a notch, you know. Your work plan is different.
Honorable Professor, huyu ni mwalimu Kimayo, sema Honorable Professor Bartoo, consider pushing to have Moiben division to be gazetted to be hardship zone, especially Maibeki.
Yeah, those are the conversations we are having. In fact, we were even saying that we need to reconsider, to redefine the hardship boundaries, and it was a very contentious conversation in Parliament. For us, personally, for me, I feel that the hardship areas should be redefined again and remapped. You know, the divisions are long overdue. They need to review, because some places which were hardship long time ago have become better now. So we need to review so that we can onboard others.
Okay.
And even consider and even redefine what an hardship area is. Because we feel that there are some places which have been left out, which are very hardy, but yet they are left out, like that one of Corona Maibeki actually. And that's why we really struggle to retain teachers in Moiben, because our neighboring, or even in Uasin Gishu, because our neighboring Elgeyo Marakwet in its entirety is hardship. So the people in Maibeki who are just neighbors feel disenfranchised, because the conditions in Elgeyo Marakwet, like particularly in Marakwet West, and the conditions in Corona Maibeki are actually similar. So they should be we should redefine boundaries on what is exactly an hardship area. What does it mean to be an hardship area? So that the characteristics are captured.
Okay.
The variables should be the same.
Okay.
Because you will find Corona Maibeki and Marakwet West are actually conjoined.
Now that you've also talked about a professor should be given another opportunity to work, to serve, pewe at least 2 or 3 terms to serve. If re-elected, what are the key priorities that you will consider in your second term?
In my second term, I am double sure that the education will become we will be moving towards now, I think, even greater heights. Like now, what we are doing now in my we are giving out, I provide lunch for primary schools.
Okay.
We do provide, we have a large program for all these secondary schools. Going forward, if given another opportunity, I will make sure that there is zero payment of fees for our schools in these schools. I'll make sure all the other roads which have not been considered in this term for tarmac, they will be tarmacked. I will make sure that there is water, electricity, and infrastructure. Road infrastructure is cleared 100%. And make sure we onboard as many young people to be empowered as much as possible. Women empowerment will go to another notch. We'll even push so many students to go study abroad. We'll even push others to get jobs. You know, we will be doing bigger things. We'll be scaling greater heights.
Looking at the future, what is your long-term vision for Moiben constituency as far as education and infrastructure is concerned?
My long term is to make sure that everybody in Moibin gets a chance to go to school, and every school in Moibin gets modernized to have the best equipment, the best and also have enough sufficient teachers, generate top-notch students who can be placed in every institution, who are qualified to go. I mean, quality of education will be my first priority.
Okay. As a first-time MP, what has been the biggest challenge you have faced?
First-time MP, you in Parliament, it is what we call ranking. Ranking members are those who have come for second term. It's like high school days. Those ones who, a first-time MP is equivalent to like a model in school. When you are fresh or freshers in the university, so you go through so many challenges. First of all, you have to understand the environment, and before you understand the environment, you have to be there. So you face adults and you must learn the environment first. So not so much, not that to some extent, because you see there are some privileges you don't benefit from. Like now, you said my colleague who was here last week, Honorable Meli, is my chairman of education. But for us now, you are a mono, so you can't get such privilege. You will only serve as a member. You can't chair a committee until when you are new, and you are only placed in the committees. You don't have a privilege to decide where to place yourself. It is up to the time now you scale your height to become a second term. Is when you can become. You can have a right. You can have rights. Your rights you can, but as per now, irrespective of even if you are a professor, you will still sit and be led
as a member. Okay, Mheshimiwa, tukimalizia, what is your message to the people of Moibin as you continue serving them, especially the youths? For the young people of Moibin is we are on the right direction. If we truly work on this empowerment which we are creating and the linkages we are generating, we will make Moibin a great constituency where young people will be part and parcel of decision making. And I'm really excited about this new initiative of empowering young people. Most of the time we have been doing women empowerment, where when we talk about groups, we think about women. But I am seeing that it is doing better in young people, because once they have grouped themselves, they are empowered. They can actually transform Moibin in a big way, because I am. When I sat with them and I listened to the direction they want to take and the support they are looking forward to receive, so that they can self-employ, I think I was so excited. And I am seeing we are raring to go. We only hope that we get enough resources to have enough resources for every team. In fact, it's not even group. I don't want to call it groups, because group is an old-fashioned thing for young people. I can call it networks. The networks they were creating for themselves, and the way forward they were giving me. I'm really excited, and I think we are going to scale greater heights with them, and they will also help me to shape the constituency. The young people they have ideas. They have a lot of ideas, and I'm also learning from them. They are also teaching me, and I'm teaching them. So I think in the next 6 months, if I come here, I'll be coming to tell a story. Sawa, asante sana Mheshimiwa for the great time. I think people now have a clearer picture of whatever you're doing for the people of Moibin. true, hata si 6 months, maybe tutakuita hapo maybe after 3 months, ama wakati we'll have something now that you are even following on the case ya the Moiben level 4 hospital. So thank you so much for taking your time to be here with us to share your development agendas with the people who are watching us. Asante sana for coming. To our audience, thank you so much for staying tuned. My name is Colin Sambai, and this is the Arena Show. Remember, each and every time that we come live to you, this is a platform where we give leaders a voice, and to our citizens, we give them a perspective. We let them know whatever the leaders are doing, and we connect with them. So asanteni sana, and have a good night.